Race 3, round 3 here at the Eternal City of Rome. Good afternoon. Welcome to the final event of what has been a mighty entertaining third round of the world's most competitive junior motor racing series here at the Long Valley Circuit, north of the Italian capital. Great to have your company here this afternoon. A tremendous crowd here at the circuit. Look at this for this ACI racing weekend, together with the Italian GT3 Championship, which takes place immediately after this race. 36 cars on the grid for round 3, race 3 of the Italian F.4 Championship, presented by WSK Promotion together with ACI Sport. A mega international field, I can tell you. It is the Jamaican sensation Alex Powell, who took pole position, qualifying 3 for race 3 yesterday. We'll take a look at the grid for you in just a moment. Of course, this weekend with the European Football Championships taking place, kicking off literally in Munich at Allianz Arena on Friday night, with Germany demolishing Scotland. The sole German driver here this weekend is Maxim Rem. No Scottish representation, but Freddie Slater from England. He is the championship leader. We'll take a look at the points for you in a few moments' time. What a tremendous sight this is. Vallelunga, 30 kilometres north of Rome. One lap, just over 4 kilometres. The circuit built back in the 1950s, 1951 in fact. It originally started life as a horse racing circuit. I do not kid you. Over the years, it has evolved up to its current level. Alex Powell to start on pole position. We'll hear from a couple of drivers before the start. Still a few moments before the start of the race. Freddie Slater to start out of grid 2. But first, let's hear from the Swede, Gustav Jonsson.
Gustav, you have been strong so far. How are you looking to finish the weekend?
Yeah, hopefully we can put up a good result. We've been quick. So yeah, it's just make up as many positions as possible and see where we end up.
Good luck.
Yes, Gustav certainly has been quick this weekend. Starts this final race of the weekend on the 6th row of the grid. Grid 11 in this 36-car field. A couple of top 10 finishes. He is not a rookie, but he did finish second, or as the British rookie champion last year. Alongside him is Luca Samalisto.
Luca, fast and unlucky. Where can you finish this final race today?
The weekend has been really hard, but I think on the final race we have good tires and we have quite strong pace, so I think we can finish easily top 10. Even if we have some luck now on our side, maybe we can finish top 5, but we will send it full on this last race.
Thank you.
We will send it full on this last race. Unfortunately, he was sent himself. He made some magical passes on, ironically, Gustav Jonsson in race 2 this morning. Around the outside of that curve in the background, La Curva Roma, to move up into 7th place before he was sent into the grass. Gustav Jonsson, of course, last year's British Series Rookie of the Year. The Swede and the Finn, they start alongside each other. Great to have your company here at Vallelunga, this third ACI racing weekend of 2024. The first round of the series, Misano, where Freddie took a clean sweep. Imola, where Hio Yamakoshi, who starts inside second row of the grid, took pole position for all 3 races. But here this afternoon, the Jamaican sensation, Alex Powell, out of grid 1 for the first time in his young career. Freddie out of 2, Hio Yamakoshi out of 3. Watch for Jack to attack the pack from grid 4. The Queenslander, second row of the grid. Matheus Ferreira from Brazil just missed the podium this morning. The US racing drivers 5, 6 and 7. It's Akshay Gianmarco and then Thomas Stolchemanis, who stormed home to P4 this morning. Rashid Al-Daheri looking to finish on a high, the Emirati with a DNF this morning. Dion Gauda, Gustav Jonsson, who we just heard from, the Swede alongside the Finn, Luca Samalisto, who has been blisteringly quick. That fabulous pass in race 2 this morning. Unfortunately, it did end in a DNF. He's out of grid 12. Then the first of the 2 Serbians, Andrej Petrovic, Kin Nakamura Berta, Maximilian Popov, Enia Frey. They've had an up and down this weekend so far. The Gensa Motorsport team, Enia, car 22, out of grid 16. Davide Larini came home 13th this morning. His German teammate Maxim Rem alongside Rino Franco at Shimo Zhang for Gensa Motorsport on the 10th row of the grid. Then we go to Kabir Anurag, Enzo Ye, Andrea Kostic, the second Serbian. Great fight back this morning in race 2 for Alexander Savinkov for AKM Motorsport. Had to pit for a new front wing. Came home from 36 to finish 25. Not going a lap down. Then it was Olivieri. It is Olivieri, Isha, Alvise Rodella, Lynn Hodenues, the Dutch driver for the Dutch Van Amersfoort racing team. Grid 29, it continues. The Australian and the Romanian, Kamal Murad, Luca Vistoriano for the Real Racing Team. Third in the rookie race yesterday, Everett Stack and Ed Robertson. Second year in car racing, first year in the Italian Championship for the British-Spanish driver. Victor Dobzhansky for AKM Motorsport, Filippo Fiorentino, and the Maffei Racing drivers, Gabriel Holguin and Nathaniel Berraby, out of grids 35 and 36. A beautiful afternoon. It is the final Sunday of spring as Maxim Rem looking to finish on strong in car 71. Freddie Slater is the championship leader. That's Jamarco going through. 140 points, 6 race victories so far this year. Hio Yamakoshi 112 points, second in the series. Akshay Bora, third in the championship on 85 points. But the pole sitter, as you look at Jack Beaton, Alex Powell, fourth in the championship on 84 points, just a single digit behind Akshay Bora. You see positions 3 and 4, 85 points to Bora, and Alex Powell, 84 points. World Cup vice champion for the Prema Racing team at Wackersdorf in Germany last year, the multiple WSK champion, first racing 60 Mini for the Energy Corsa team at Lonato back in 2018. Boy, he's come a long way since, and he's grown 2 foot taller as well. Ken Nakamura Bertha goes through. There's Popoff. Rookie racer, the Jamaican on pole position. His teammate Freddie Slater, that's Kabir Anurag. Enzo Ye. Savinkov just behind. This is the pole sitter. First time in his young career, the Mercedes AMG Junior on pole position here on a super sunny springtime afternoon in the eternal city of Rome. This is the Long Valley circuit of Vallelunga. This massive 36 car field make their way around La Curva Roma. The Roman Corner, the world's most competitive junior motor racing series, presented from the very beginning by WSK Promotion, together with Archie Sport. That's the championship leader, Freddie Slater, who starts out at grid 2. Great to have your company here this afternoon from the eternal city of Rome. Round 3, race 3 of the Italian F4 Championship in front of a packed crowd north of the Italian capital. The Jamaican on pole position. The 5 red lights for the final time this weekend here in Rome. We race. Great start again from Slater from the outside front row of the grid. Alex almost misses the start. Super launch from Hio Yamakoshi, who tries to split the Prema Racing drivers. Jack on the attack. Beaton tries to go through to P3. Has one car going very wide, one of the PHM cars in the grass. Has to back right out of it. Slater has got the race lead. One of the Maffei Racing drivers also going cross country, but for the moment, it's a clean start. Powell around the outside of Slater. Yamakoshi's there as well. Sensational in the opening laps. That is Jack on the attack. He was beaten from pole position in race 1 yesterday. Now the Australian on the outside of Hio Yamakoshi. It's the Prema Racing duo who go 1-2. Off the road, beaten back into P5 as his Brazilian teammate Matheus Ferreira around the outside. There's Akshay Bora as well. And watch Thomas Stoltermanis. Goes in deep, goes around the outside. Does Jack Beaton? Incidentally, it was Andrej Petrovic off the road. He has rejoined. He's way down in 36th position. There's his teammate going wide, one of the PHM drivers. But for the moment, a relatively clean start. This is race 3, round 3 of the Italian Championship. Move up the inside by Gustav Jonsson. He's already inside the top 10, trying to go through into position 8. They come across the line for the first time. It's Slater Powell, Hiyu Yamakoshi, back to Ferreira, Beaton, Bora and Bradell, Jonsson, Thomas Stoltemanis, and KMB in P10. Beaton under attack from Bora. Here's Stoltemanis around the outside. Good start from Rashid Al-Hadi, a DNF this morning. But the driver from Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates looks good here this morning. The same cannot be said for Alexander Savinkov, who's down into pit lane. And the AKM Motorsport team of Andrea and Marco Antonelli go to work on car 52. Davide Lerini trying to make his way up through, was almost off the road. There's the Tuscan behind Kin Nakamura Bertha, the former junior World Kart racing champion, the Alpine F1 Academy junior driver. Launching goes the R-Race GP car of Luca Samalisto, and that surely cost the Finn any chance of a good result here this afternoon. Slater leads from Powell. Move down the inside, the two Prema Racing teammates, Gauda and Stoltemanis. They go side by side, they keep it clean. Thomas has gone through and taken Dino, who's also been passed by Enia Frey. Nicely done by the Swiss driver. In car 22 for Gensa Motorsport, trying to work his way into the top 10. This was just a few moments ago. On the outside, Luca Samalisto going on through and launching airborne, unfortunately, incredibly, unbelievably. We have still got sausage curves placed around race circuits. He has continued on. The car looks to be damaged. Samalisto comes across the line in P30. As we see Alvise Rodella, one of 3 Italians in the field. The Van Amersfoort racing team go to work. A new front wing. He'll be praying for a safety car. And if history is any guide, we'll get one before long, just to stay on the lead lap. Gustav Jonsson behind Kin Nakamura Berta. Up the inside goes Gustav. Rashid watches on. This is a nice start to race 3. KNB trying to defend from the Swede and the Emirati. Locks up slightly, does Gustav. Leaves the door open though for Rashid Al-Bahedi. It is still Slater from Powell. And Gustav's teammate, Hiyu Yamakoshi, looking at another podium. Rashid with the Tusk and the second generation racer, Davide Larini, right behind. Gustav starting to bottleneck ever so slightly. Through the S's, up to the Roma Curva. This is Rashid. Car 14, Huawei backed from Abu Dhabi in the Emirates. Ladini goes wide in the background. Stoltemanis too far back to capitalise on the Emirati. We start lap 4. Slater, 1.1 seconds. His countryman, Ollie Behrman, won the title in 2021 to become the first English driver. Look at that at the bottom of your screen, at 35 dead for Fast Freddy, almost at an average speed of 100 miles an hour for his countrymen watching on live back in the United Kingdom. Oh, huge crash. Lynn Hodenius and Olivieri have come together. Well, the safety car that Savinkov was praying for, he will get it. As will Rodella. We stay green for the moment. That sentence is about to be made redundant because there's confirmation. The top of your screen, the safety car comes out onto the circuit, and the 1.1 second lead that Slater had over his teammate Powell, it instantly evaporates. Oh, the 2 PHM drivers come together. Kamal Murad involved, and this was Olivieri and Lynn Hodenius out of La Curva Roma, the Roman corner. Also, the 2 Maffei Racing drivers, that one not so critical. Nathaniel Derby brings it back on circuit. He's still circulating in 31st position behind his Venezuelan teammate, Gabriel Holguin. So the safety car comes out onto the circuit. Slater from Powell, Yamakashi. This will take some time. You can see the cars in the top right of your screen. Olivieri and Lynn Hadenuis. It was Kamal Murad, the PHM driver, coming together with one of his teammates. It may well have been Everett Stack or Petrovic. They're just ahead. The PHM team, they've had a tough run, as has Jensen Motorsport, but it's looking better so far this afternoon. Enya Frey at the moment in position 13. So a clean start up until this point. As we approach the 8-minute mark of this 30-lap plus 1-minute race. There's the debris on the circuit. No problem for the Lamborghini Urus safety car. They haven't led over or up at France at Le Mans, but they've done plenty of leading here this weekend. Lamborghini with the magnificent Urus. That's the safety car. It has led all races here this weekend. At various times, the safety car onto the circuit for the first time here this weekend. It is Slater, Powell, Yamakashi, Verhera, Mathius from Jack Beaton, Bora, Pradell, Nakamura, Bertha, Jonsson and Rashid in P10. Another replay. Slow speed and smash into the wall. Thankfully, the gravel trap not only perfectly and clearly defining the track limits, but also slowing the cars up nicely, effectively before they do enormous damage. To the left side, Olivieri and Hadenuis, they are both out. The Prema Racing drivers, Slater has been superb off the starts, getting the jump on Jack. He was beaten in race 1, the Australian, who at the moment is in position 5 in 45. That's his teammate just ahead, Mathius Verhera. Slater superb. Superstars from the Englishman. Looking to clean sweep here this weekend. He is the championship leader. He is the race leader as well. I think we can say it now as we approach the end of the third of 7 rounds. He's also the early championship leader as well. The former junior World Kart Racing champion with Ricky Flynn Motorsport. A class act. A lead of 1.1 seconds. That's now gone, but he's still in position 1. As the track is just being cleared. It might not, hopefully, because there is an entrance in the side of the circuit there. Might not be too long until we go back green here at Vallelunga. The third Archie Racing weekend of 2024. Together with the Italian GT Championships. An enormous crowd here at this historic Italian circuit, which hosted the Grand Prix of Rome right up until 1992, when the great Bolognese Alex Zanardi took victory in that magnificent Reynard 92D for Formula 3000. World Touring Cars, of course, World Superbikes racing here at the circuit over the years. Formula 1 test track up until, well, until Formula 1 testing was effectively eliminated. The early 2000s. The racing line cleaning up slightly there after Betterby ran off the road. The Maffei Racing team full-time in 2024 after 1 or 2 appearances in 2023. Safety car in this lap, by the way. So we have lost, obviously, Olivieri and Lynn Hadenuis. Their weekend is over. Freddie is trying to make it a perfect weekend. His father Adrian arriving at the circuit late on Friday night. His mother Olivia watching on live from the Midlands with the 4 younger Slater siblings. Freddie in P1. Powell in second, has got the speed. He started from pole position was jumped off the line by his more experienced teammate, Hiyu Yamakashi, who's been the pleasant surprise of 2024 for the Dutch Van Amersfoort racing team. Ferreira back in form. He's the boy from Brazil. And then Jack in 45 on your screen. In P5, he finished on the podium for the second time in 2024 yesterday. The safety car escapes. Slater backs up the pack. He's in P1. He dictates the pace. Just needs to keep it consistent. Cannot pass until they cross the start-finish line. Through the S's, Powell tucked up behind his English teammate. The green flag is flying now. Oh! Before we've even gone back green, an incident for Ethan Isha. We do go green. Isha with damage. Behind the safety car, Slater comes out of La Curva Roma. The green flag flies. Powell tries to get the slipstream, but in turn gives it to Yamakashi. Ethan Isha with a problem behind the safety car. He's parked in the grass. The two US racing drivers, Jack on the attack. Beaton tries to go by his Brazilian teammate. The US racing teammates down into Chimney 1. Beaton goes through. There's Border in Bradell. 4 US racing drivers. They're in positions 4, 5, 6, and 7. Back to Nakamura Berta and Gustav Jonsson, who's been superb this weekend. Slater in P1. Powell not letting him get away. The front right again locks up of Hiyu Yamakashi, but he's got the speed. The Van Amersfoort racing driver trying to break the Prema Racing dominance here. Wide line turns in from Slater to Powell. This is Ethan Isha, and yep, there's the graphic, the top of your screen for the second time this weekend. Safety car conditions, it was already damaged. This was the latter part of the incident. Off the racing line, but a precarious position. Our race director, Mr. Alessandro Ferrari, has no choice but to give more laps to the Lamborghini. There is Isha's car. That's hugely disappointing. Made up for it in race 2 this morning after a disaster yesterday when Ethan and Enya, that's 2 Swiss Jensen Motorsport teammates, came together, initiating a monster 7-car crash. Isha's afternoon is now over. So somewhat frustratingly, Ethan gets out of the car. We'll see him back at Mugello for the for the 4th round of the championship. Next time out on July 14, Ethan, not happy at all. We only got to see the end of that incident. There was damage to the front right and suspension damage as well. He drove it off the circuit. A precarious part of the circuit. We'll see Ethan back along with the rest of the field when we go to the former home of the Tuscan Formula 1 Grand Prix, the MotoGP circuit of Mugello. That's July 14. And then we go to the magnificent south of France as Maximilian Popov goes through in car 3. July 21, Paul Ricard, Le Castellet. For the first time, we go to Catalonia, Barcelona on September 29, and the series final to decide the 11th season of this, the world's most competitive junior motor racing series. That's at the Cathedral of Speed, the home of the Italian Formula 1 Grand Prix on the 27th of October, the last weekend of October, well after the end of summertime here in Europe. We will have a new champion to follow in the footsteps of Kasper Stuka last year. Look at the crowd here at Vallelunga. Tremendous to see, particularly when we think back to the races in 2020, 21, even 22, when we raced in front of absolutely nobody because of, well, you know why. Annie Frey, car 22 in position 13. We move into the second half of the race. It will be a sprint to the checkered flag. Round 3 of 7, 2024. Of course, the second year of the Euro 4 Championship coming up as well. So we raced twice at Mugello. once in the Italian Series. That's the next round. And also the European F4 Championship. That's on August 25. Still removing the car of Ethan Isher. The fabulous Red Bull Ring in Austria for round 2 of the Euro Series, which last year was won by the McLaren Junior, Ugo Ugachuku, who also finished 3rd in this, the Italian Championship. Yet another lap under safety car. Frustrating here at Rome. Gianmarco Pradella is actually up into position 7, looking to finish the weekend strong. He was disappointed with his running qualifying. The driver from Sydney, Australia, on the podium twice, including in the season opener at Misano. He's a position ahead of Kin Nakamura Berta, a DNF this morning for the Alpine F1 Academy junior driver. The Slovakian-Japanese driver born in England, who was also on the podium at the first round of the championship. KNB in P8, Johnson and Rashid Aldaheri in P10. Larini, there's the Italian, the first of the 3 Italians in the field, although we are down to 2 after the retirement of Olivieri. Just a position outside the top 10, Davide Larini. His father, Nicola, of course, a storied career in Formula One, including a podium at the San Marino, the ill-fated San Marino Formula One Grand Prix on that infamous first day of May back in 1994. Also racing with Sauber. And then a super career in the DTM series as well, back when the DTM was, well, absolutely something else in the 90s. Larini for the PHM team. He's the first of the gold cars. He's in 11 ahead of Stolchamanes, Frey, Gauda, Popov, Rem, Franco, Cheng. Enzo Ye is up into 19th. And Andrea Kostic, just ahead of his Serbian countryman, rounds out the 20. This is the championship leader. This is the race leader, Freddie Slater. Waiting for word from race control, praying that it's going to be a graphic on your screen saying safety car in this lap. At the moment, that is not the case yet. We move into the final third, the sprint. This is lap 9. This is Gianmarco Pradella, car 12. Kin Nakamura behind, Berta just behind. This is Jack Beaton, the Queenslander. Yet another lap because Ethan Isher's car was parked in the most awkward position around this 4.1 kilometre circuit. Gustav Jonsson going through in P9 in 36. Frustratingly, we start a lap 10 again behind the safety car. The retirements, just the 3 of them, surprisingly. Ethan Isher, Olivieri and Hodenuis for Gensa Motorsport, AKM Motorsport and Van Amersfoort Racing, respectively. There's the graphic, the bottom left of your screen that we've been waiting for. Finally, safety car in this lap, and we will sprint, hopefully green, to the checkered flag. A beautiful springtime afternoon here. 27 degrees Celsius, a little bit of cloud cover, no chance of rain though. A packed crowd here also for the Italian GT Championships. 36 cars, race 3, round 3, the world's most competitive junior motor racing series here at the Eternal City of Rome. Dion Gowda going through, car 50 behind Andy Frey, ahead of Maximilian Popov. The lights finally, thankfully, off on the safety car. Powell will try and get the jump. He's been quite good on the restarts, just launching off the line. Has been, I won't say a fault, certainly not, just that last tenth or so. Does not need to worry about that. The two US racing teammates, look how close Gianmarco is to the back of Akshay. Again, Slater sets the pace. The safety car finally, thankfully, disappears into pit lane. Slater from Powell, Yamakashi, Ferreira and Beaton. The green flag is flying now. Watch for a storming finish from Gustav Jonsson as well. And now Slater goes, the field accelerates. Yamakashi all over the back of Alex Powell, cannot pass until they cross the start-finish line, which Freddie Slater is about to do now. The dying stages, race 3, round 3, here at Vallelunga. Perfect restart from Slater, already pulls out an advantage. And this battle between the Australian and the Brazilian, the two US racing teammates. Jack on the attack. Nakamura Berta up the inside. Holds off Gustav Jonsson, who now has to fight with Rashid Aldaheri. There's Popov just behind. And Davide Larini. That's not a move for the lead from Powell. It's defense from Hiyu Yamakashi. Around the outside, the drivers from Jamaica and Japan. They go 2 and 3. Slater with a slight breathing space as Rashid goes very wide in the background. Powell has to defend from Yamakashi. Slater takes advantage. The gap, 4/10 of a second just in that huge launch once again. Who left the sausage curbs again on a world-class racing circuit? Damage, we think, to Thomas Stolchamanis. Big lockup from Jack Beaton, stands on the brakes and does well not to run into his teammates. Alex Powell has been issued with a driving standards flag, can you believe? Was trying to attack as Hiyu Yamakashi again likes to lock up the fronts. Plenty of brake bias towards the front of car 6. Just a few moments ago, watch this on the outside. And this happening just a few moments ago. Kabir Anurag coming together with the American Everett Stack. Robinson around the outside. They're both stranded in the middle of the circuit. Kabir Anurag walks to the infield. You know what's coming. For the moment, still green. Slater from Powell defends from Yamakashi. This may be his last opportunity. Ferreira. Matius senses a podium here. Jack Beaton from Borda, Pradel and Nakamura Berta. There's the graphic you did not want to see for the third time. Slater, a lead of 1.1 seconds. It's now down to 0 because car 19, the Singaporean Kabir Anurag, has parked his car in the middle of the circuit. The US racing driver is out. Yep, let's drive right over the marbles there. We can't blame the officials. They are doing it. Or practicing safety first. Slight lock-up and they've been to the side of Kabir Anurag's car. Frustration, though, for the team managers. Watch them try and clean up the tyres. Coming up through the S's now. Third safety car intervention. Kabir Anurag stranded on the middle of the circuit. He's now out. Slater, a lead of 1.1 seconds in less than a lap. Again, instantly that evaporates. So Lamborghini have led more times here this afternoon at Vallelunga than they have on their return to Le Mans, certainly in the hypercar class. They are looking for a top 10 finish up there though. Stay with us, hopefully we can sprint to the checkered flag before you switch over to to the biggest race in the world, which concludes in still over an hour or so's time. The order did not change. I hesitate. No, it did slightly. Inside the top 10, Nakamura Bertha 8, Rashid up to 9, and Gustav Jonsson in P10. Frey just going through Enia in car 22. Hopefully this is a quick intervention and we can at least sprint to the checkered flag. Slater looking good though. He's got the race lead from Powell. Yamakoshi has not been able to demonstrate his speed here. Position 3 though, second in the championship. We believe he will leave Rome with if he finishes there. Of course, coming into this, the 9th of 21 races. Slater, the championship leader, on 140 points. And in 3 minutes' time, that may well be 165 points. Hyu Yamakoshi, at the moment, 112. Akshay Bora, 85 points. And Alex Powell on 84. But critically, Bora is back in 6th place. So if it ends as they stand at the moment, and we hope they don't, that's Maxim Rem going through. He's worked his way up into 16th place. Alex Powell would jump up into 3rd in the championship. Davide Lerini, the Tuscan. 3 Italians in their national championship. Olivieri going out with that big crash with Hodenuis. That's at least one more lap under the safety car. Alvise Rotella, the other Italian, he's in 27th position. Larini just behind the suite. Gustav Jonsson, Thomas Stoltermanis just behind. Frey, Gauda, Popov, Rem, Frankot, Zheng, Petrovic, and Enzo Ye. The Shanghai-born driver from Chinese Taipei rounds out the 20. It is a 30-minute plus one-lap race. The graphic to the top left of your screen. Almost certainly this will be the penultimate lap of the race, so hopefully we do get one sprint to the checkered flag. The final drivers just crossing the line now. Dobzhansky, Fiorentino, Robinson, Rodella, Kamal Murad, Savinkov, Holguin. Everett Stack is back on track. He's still circulating in 31st, and Nathaniel Berby down in the pits. The Maffei Racing driver from Switzerland joins Anurag, Isha, Olivieri and Hodenuis as the retirements from this frustrating Race 3, Round 3 here at Vallelunga. We are approaching the 30-minute mark. Hopefully word from race control that we'll sprint to the checkered flag. Nope, that's not going to happen. This is the race order. Word from race control. Race will finish under safety car procedure. That's the ball game, folks. Freddie wins again. Confirmation to the bottom left of your screen. The full-time whistle is about to blow. And Slater, well, he'll take the 25 points. He'll move to 165 points in the championship. Not the way he wanted to do it, though. Certainly, let's hope when we go to Mugello for the next round of the championship that it's a cleaner race than we've had here. 36 drivers. The 5 retirements, Berby, Anurag, Isha, Olivieri and Hodenuis, but collectively they have caused 3 safety car interventions. Race will finish under safety car. And according to the regulations, we will do another full lap. Somewhat frustratingly, effectively a demonstration lap. So now they're starting the last lap of the race. Lap 15, the final lap of the race. Slater has led probably half. The Lamborghini Urus safety car has led, of these 15 laps, I think 11. I'll stand corrected on that. It is a magnificent machine. Getting plenty of track time here this afternoon. Let's hope it's got the long-range fuel tank equipped. Rashid Al-Bahedi will pick up a couple of points here. He'll finish in P9. Made that move before we went back green, or before we went back to the safety car under green. The order to the left of your screen, this is how they'll finish. Slater, Powell, Yamakoshi, who will cement second in the series. Ferreira, P4, back in form, even if he has not demonstrated that to his full potential this weekend. And what this also means, we'll check the classification for you of the series at the conclusion of this race. Alex Powell will jump into third in the series and potentially take the lead of the rookie standings as well. You may remember 2021. Ollie Behrman taking 3 dominant victories here at the Roman round of the championship on his way to the 2021 title. This is his younger countryman, Freddie Slater. As we complete 9 of 21 races, he's about to take his 7th victory. So the safety car has disappeared. We may actually get the green flag fly, but of course they cannot pass until they cross the start-finish line. So barring a catastrophe, I hate to say it, don't rule that out. This is the race order. Slater from Powell, Yamakoshi, 1, 2, 3. They just need to bring it home into La Curva Roma. Slater barely accelerates. He does not need to. He will come out of the final corner to take the checkered flag. Fast Freddy didn't need to be super quick here this afternoon. He wins a frustrating race 3, round 3 here at Vallelunga. Powell with second place, moves into third in the championship. Here's the top rookie home. And Hiyu Yamakoshi, the surprise packet of 2024, cements second in the championship. Slater wins again. Mr. Raffaele Gianmaria, who's the driving standards manager for this championship, I dare say he will have quite a few notes for the next driver's briefing at Mugello. We had a clean race this morning in race 2. 3 safety car interventions and a red flag in race 1 yesterday. 3 safety car interventions here this afternoon. Immensely frustrating for everybody with the exception of Freddie Slater. No, even he wanted to race. He does take the victory though from Alex Powell. Top rookie home for the Jamaican who started from pole position and now moves into third in the series. And Hiyu Yamakoshi on the podium again in third place. Larini just misses the top 10, just misses the points. Did not get a chance to show us the speed here this afternoon. His home race, the Tuscan driver in Tuscany, or Toscana, for the next round of the championship. That's on July 14. Hopefully much cleaner than we've had here this afternoon. Just the 5 retirements. Berbi, Anurag, Isha, Olivieri and Lynn Hodenuis. But collectively, 3 safety car interventions. This is the championship. Freddie Slater looking good after 3 of 7 rounds, 165 points. Hiyu Yamakoshi 127. And Alex Powell now moves into third in the series. on 102 points, overtaking Akshay, and then Jack Beaton still in P5. Stolchamanis, second rookie, 48 points. Rashid Al-Daheri picks up a couple of points this afternoon. He's seventh in the series from Dion Ki Nakamura Bertha and Jamako Pradel, the second Australian, inside the top 10 on 37 points. Freddie Slater, always very well spoken. We'll wait to hear what the race winner has to say in just a moment. He's down into pit lane. We're into victory lane, I should say. Third place, Hiyu Yamakoshi. And the Prema drivers for the moment, MIA. Something of an anti-climax here this afternoon. Yamakoshi climbs out, barely raised a sweat. Here comes the Mercedes Junior from pole position. P2 does critically, though, move into third in the championship. And here's the race winner. He won't make it through there. Car 27, position 1. Slater wins again. His father Adrian to the left. Team manager Goffredo Piro. He knows the value of a race victory under any circumstances. Still 25 points. And the Englishman, he is now the favourite, surely, for the 2024 Italian F4 Championship. There's Goofy celebrating. There's his father, Adrian. CB once again. His family watching on back from England. Alessandro to the left. We'll try and get a word quickly with Freddie Slater, see what he has to say about a frustrating race 3. Does take the victory, though. Freddie Slater is in victory lane, speaking to Laura Cola.
A tough race, a lot of restart after safety car, but yeah, you did it again, 3 of 3.
Yeah, obviously I hope everyone's okay. That's the main thing from the safety cars, but it was a tough race with the amount of safety cars we have. It's obviously it's not the way I wanted it to end. I wish we could have gone racing obviously again, but you know, we did the job on the starts. That's what we've done all weekend. We had good consistent results, and we've been smart with the job we've done. So couldn't have done it without Prema and everybody. They gave me a mega car, and it's been a mega weekend. So hopefully we can carry this on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Race 3, round 3 here at Vallelunga. Freddie Slater, super launch from the outside front row of the grid. Takes his Jamaican teammate Power from pole position. A slight stutter, and Hiyu Yamakoshi tries to go around the outside and split the Prema Racing duo. He can't quite do it. Powell slots into second place. Slater with the race lead. For the moment, a relatively clean start. One of the PHM cars going very wide in the background. Kin Nakamura Bertha, Rashid Al-Baheri on the charge early. For the moment, a clean start with the exception of Luca Samalisto, who launches over the ripple strip. And then this, Olivieri Linho Denues smash into the wall at La Curva Roma, and the Italian and the Dutchman are both out. Back to green racing conditions. A super restart from Slater. And then Ethan Isha. A big crash yesterday, not a big one here this morning. Or this afternoon, I should say. He does bring out the safety car for the second time. Again, Slater leads the field away. Powell trying to take his teammate, can't quite do it. And then smash Kabir Anurag. Taken out by one of the PHM cars. And the Lamborghini, which has led more here this afternoon than they have up at Le Mans. Onto the circuit, the safety car for the third time this afternoon. Freddie Slater, the championship leader, wins again here in Rome. Mr. Giancarlo Minardi, the legendary Formula One team owner, presents a third place trophy to Hiyu Yamakashi. Second in the championship, second in the race, Alex Powell, and Freddie Slater wins again. Do we give him the trophy now? Not so fast. He's only 38 points ahead of Hiyu Yamakashi. A frustrating end to the weekend here in Rome. Let's hope it's much better at Mugello on July 14 for the fourth round. We'll see you then.